I've seen beginner runners train for their first marathon for months, only to make one small race day mistake that leaves them struggling before the halfway point. If you're running your first marathon soon, I'm sharing the key mistakes beginners make on race day and how to avoid them. They're not in any order because any of these can really make or break your experience. So let's dive in. Mistake number one, going out way too fast. This is the killer and likely the most common mistake made by beginners. The energy, the crowd, the adrenaline at the start line are so electric. The gun goes off, everyone surges forward, your adrenaline is pumping, and you feel amazing. But here's what happens. You run the first mile 30 to 60 seconds faster than your training or goal pace. You're thinking, wow, I feel great. Maybe I'm fitter than I thought. Then mile 3 hits. Your legs start getting heavy. Mile 4, you're starting to slow down. Mile 5, you're struggling. And by mile 6, you're walking and wondering why you ever signed up for this. The fixed, first of all, in all honesty, if I were to go back to my first marathon, I wouldn't even set a pace goal other than finishing. You only get your first marathon once, and you really want to remember the incredible day that you had, that you're doing something that most people wouldn't even consider thinking about. So don't worry about your pace. Whether you have a pace goal or not, though, when the race starts, hold yourself back. It should feel almost easy for the first mile. Start slower than you think you should. You'll thank yourself later when everyone who sprinted past you early on starts to fade. This might sound even crazier, but I start nose breathing because it helps keep my breath in check, and it's like a built-in pacer to keep my heart rate in check. Mistake number 2 is another common one, wearing something new on race day. I get it. You want to look good. You want that fresh kit that you just bought at the expo the day before. But here's the deal. Race day is not the day to test anything new. The rule is simple. Nothing new on race day. Everything you wear should have been tested for at least 2 to 3 long runs, and that includes your shoes should at least have 20 to 30 miles on them minimum. Your socks, your shorts, your tights, your shirt or tank, your sports bra, even your hat or sunglasses. And if you're going to use any gels, chews, or sport drinks during the race, practice with those too. Test them on training runs to make sure they don't upset your stomach. If you're ever unsure about anything in your running journey, please know you can always reach out to me and pick my brain. I'll leave a link below in the description so you can book a call with me and you can ask me all the questions. Mistake number 3 is doing too much the day before race day. This is true especially for those of you that travel to the race. You get to a new location, you want to go explore, you go to the expo, and you walk around slowly for a few hours. Maybe you go check out the free shakeout run they're having, decide to walk to dinner because it's close by and the weather is so nice. But don't do it. The fix is to be very mindful about how much time you're on your feet, not only just the day before, but a few days before too. Those steps will add up. Trust me. Take it easy and chill out as much as you can. Mistake number 4 is a poor fueling strategy, and this goes both ways. People either eat too much, eat too little, or eat at the wrong time. I tell my athletes to start hydrating the week of the race with electrolytes also, especially if you're traveling. You might feel great for that first 10 miles and forget to take in nutrition. And that's a rookie move because that mistake is going to catch up to you around mile 18. And for the night before, a normal dinner with some extra carbs is fine. Nothing crazy, nothing new, nothing spicy. Keep it boring and familiar. And on race morning, eat something light 2 to 3 hours before the start. Whatever you've been doing on your training runs is really ideal. Sip water. Don't chug a liter right before the start, or you're going to be looking for a porta potty right away. During the race, make sure you're fueling and hydrating the same way you did in your training. Again, the biggest mistake here is to take something at an aid station that you've never tried before. I have seen this take people out of a race completely. So the fix is to set alarms on your phone if you need to be reminded of when to sip, when to fuel, and just keep it consistent from the start. Number 5, forgetting or not planning logistics. This stuff matters, especially if you're traveling. Consider these: parking and arrival time. Races close roads. Check where you're supposed to park and arrive at least 45 to 60 minutes before start time. I know that's early, but you need that time to park, maybe pick up your bib if you didn't get it already, use the bathroom, probably twice, warm up, and get to the start corral. Know your corral. Most races have corrals based on your estimated finish time. Line up in the right one. Don't line up at the front if you're planning to run a slower marathon. You're going to get trampled by the fast people and you're going to mess up their pace. So let them do their thing. And have a post-race plan. Where are you meeting your family and friends? Races get crowded at the finish. Pick a specific landmark, not just the finish area. Be more specific. And if there's a bag check or gear check, then go ahead and use it. Don't wear your warm-up jacket to the start line and then have to carry it for the rest of the race. Some people even buy secondhand warm clothes at like Goodwill, and then they'll take them off and drop them along the way, and the race will pick them up when they're sweeping and cleaning up the course. Mistake number 6 is not studying the course beforehand. Now, I'll admit, I used to never do this until I started doing longer distances. You need to know what you're getting into. And ideally, you would have done this a while ago and incorporated this into your training. So you want to check the race website or the app for the elevation profile. Is it flat? Are there hills? Where are they located? If there's a big hill at mile 4, you need to know that so you don't blow up trying to maintain your pace going up the hill. Aid station locations are very important. Where can you get water? Plan your hydration around the aid stations. Weather conditions, anything can happen. Check the forecast. Is it going to be hot, cold, rainy? This affects what you wear and how you pace. And course turns. Sometimes there's a bunch of sharp turns, which means slowing down. And lots of turns also means your GPS watch might read longer than the actual course. Number 7, the mental game. Beginners often psych themselves out before the race even starts. So here's some things to think about right now. Comparing yourself to others. There will always be somebody faster, always. Don't let that intimidate you. You're running your own race, not theirs. Panicking at the start. It's crowded, it's loud. Maybe you forgot something. Take a breath. Unless you forgot your shoes, you're fine. Everything else is fixable. Negative self-talk during the race. When it gets hard, and it will, don't tell yourself you can't do it. You've trained for this. You're prepared. When the voice in your head says, I can't, change it to, this is hard, but I've done hard things before. Quitting too early. Mile 5 might feel terrible. That doesn't mean that the rest of the race is going to be that way. Your body needs time to adjust. Just keep pushing through before you make any decisions about quitting. But on the flip side, know the difference between discomfort and injuries. Muscle burning, that's probably normal. A sharp pain, totally different. Don't be a hero if something actually feels wrong. The secret is to stay present. When I realize my mind is taking me down the rabbit hole and I go into bad places, there's a few things that I do to get out of my head. First, I start focusing on my technique. You all knew that was coming. I start with my feet to literally get out of my head and do a body scan from the bottom up. And I feel what my body is doing and I make little corrections. The other one I like to do is a 5 senses moving meditation. I just focus on each sense for a few minutes. Add a little gratitude in there and just keep moving forward. Mistake number 8 is not warming up properly or at all. A lot of beginners show up to the start line, stand around for 20 minutes, and then expect their bodies to go straight into race mode. Your muscles are cold, your heart rate is resting, and then suddenly you're asking your body to perform at race pace. That's a recipe for feeling terrible and potentially getting injured. Personally, it's not a big one for me because I truly don't care about my pace, so I will walk during the first mile of the race just to warm up. I also don't do races at a race pace, but if you are, you should follow the same thing that you did in your training runs. Make sure to arrive early enough, like I said before, to do a proper warm-up. I recommend 10 to 15 minutes of walking or easy jogging. As a chi runner, we usually do body looseners. You could also do some dynamic stretches, but only if you've done them before. Leg swings, walking lunges, high knees. Some people even do some short strides at race pace right before to wake up their legs. Not me, but it works. Listen, you only get your first marathon once. It's going to be amazing no matter what. Sure, maybe you're going to make some mistakes. Your time may not be what you hope for, but you're going to cross that finish line and it's going to feel incredible. Take in all the atmosphere, high five the volunteers, smile at the mile markers, enjoy the fact that you're doing something that most people never will. If you're feeling nervous, that's normal. The physiological feeling of being nervous is actually the same as being excited. Hey, whether you need someone to pump you up or are still unsure or have any questions about these, go down in the description, book a call with me. I love being part of women's running journey, and I especially love first-time experiences. You've got this, my friend. Can't wait to hear how your race goes. Make sure to let me know in the comments if any of these helped you out. Go have a fabulous race.